thank you for coming back to the show, and thank you for...
he was nervous, by the way, to come back after last time.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know how to get into the whole thing just for anyone who doesn't know, but I'm sure everyone already knows, but you got arrested when you were 19.
Yeah, 19 years old. I caught a case in Philadelphia, actually. I don't know if everybody been to Philadelphia, but it's an environment where, you know, we got pockets where, like, it's ruthless environments, where neighborhoods, where, like, drug-infested neighborhoods, and, you know, being in a certain area, I caught a case at 19 years old, which I was falsely accused of a bunch of things, and I was put on probation for 10 years. And I'm 31 years old now, and I'm still on probation, basically. So,
10 years?
Yeah, it extended. Like, if anything happened, like, you don't have to commit crime, but if anything happens along the way, they can just add years and years and years. So it actually got extended to 16 years now. So I get out of probation in 2023. So if I was the loiter or get a traffic ticket, I could go to jail for years.
I just don't, it's just crazy to me that this seems wrong. I mean, does the judge have it out for you, or what is the deal?
Really, like, you know, it's just that the way these statutes are set up, like, if you had an 18-year-old kid, he smoked marijuana, he got locked up for smoking marijuana and got 7 years of probation, and then 7 years later, he had an opioid addiction or got addicted to Percocets. The first time he take Percocets, he'd go to jail for, what, 5 years in prison, you know what I'm saying? Not even
You did get addicted, right?
Yeah, I was addicted to opioids probably for about 2-3 years of my life. I started taking Percocets, and anytime I would go to see my probation officer, you have a dirty urine, you go to jail for, say, where we next door to Montgomery County. I'm from the city, but Montgomery County, you got like a group of like Caucasian kids. They're like, there's a lot of people addicted to opioids. They go to treatment, we go straight to jail, you know what I'm saying? So like, the laws are like kind of different in different counties, and you know, like people like myself, we actually get the bad end of the stick. Not saying that we shouldn't be punished for criminal activity or you should not go to jail if you commit crime, but probation was designed for one to help better itself, and I've been on probation for what?
Your entire adult life.
Really?
Yes.
Well, how did you guys meet, and what's the story here? How did you guys just became your friends?
You know, we met at the All-Star game. Probably,
New York.
Yeah,
in
New York, probably 4 or 5 years ago. And in a lot of ways, Meek reminded me of myself because he kept asking me business questions.
When
like
I know the real
crazy.
deal, I was like, he was like, who you? I was like, who you? He was like,
that is true.
Like,
that is true.
One of the co-owners of the Sixers. And I'm like, damn, how you get that much money? Like, what's that?
He started asking questions like crazy, and I loved it because that's the way I've learned and grown. And what's crazy is I think back, you know, this is like, I guess this is 4 or 5 years ago. In the last year, you were always around. Like, you were, you know, at my house all the time, at the Sixers games all the time. I'd be like, Meek, what's up, bro? Like, get a job. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Really?
Go out and perform. Like, I don't understand. He's like, Michael, I can't leave Philadelphia. I'm like, well, how do you work? He's like, I'm not allowed to leave Philadelphia. So, and that was like, you know, before any of this happened, with him actually being sentenced to prison.
What is the new foundation, this new, well, organization?
It's a new organization. Me, Michael Rubin, Robert Kraft, and a few others we've been working on for the last few months since I've been in prison. We probably started working on it, and you know, the main goal is what we got. How many people in prison?
6.7 million people in the criminal justice system today in the U.S. 5 times the rate of the rest of the world.
5 times the rate?
5 times the rate. It makes no sense. There's no logic. It's just a system that was built decades ago that makes no sense, and it needs aggressive people to say, this is broken, we need to fix it. And our mission is going to be very simple, which is how do we get a minimum of 1 million people out of the criminal justice system in the next 5 years? And how do we, over the next, you know, kind of long term, how do we cut the population in half? And I think, you know, Meek, what I'm so proud about Meek about it, this is a guy who sat in prison, and every day we talked on the phone, it was, you know, I'm lucky, like I'm fortunate to have everyone helping me. How do we help others? You know, maybe this happened for a reason. Like we've got to change the country and, you know, help these other millions of people that are stuck in the system unfairly.
Wow, do you feel like you're really lucky?
Yeah, I would say lucky where I come from. Me and Tariq, we all come from the same area. I think them guys over there are all lucky. I come from a neighborhood where, you know, young black males lose their life on a daily basis. Families lose their lives, are broken up because of the system. Mothers and fathers, kids raised around addicts and stuff like that. So, you know, we made it through all that. And, you know, just to have the support of the people. Like when I was in jail, I watched the news and seeing people rallying around and supporting my incarceration. I've been going to jail for like if I get a traffic ticket, I left this show, popped a Willie, and I was in jail since. You know what I'm saying? I went to jail, did six months in jail. You know what I'm saying? So to have some type of support, where I come from, we don't really have a lot of support. So you know, I feel lucky, and I feel lucky to be able to shed light on a show like this to people that's trapped behind walls that would never get a chance to shed light on that situation. You got innocent people. You got people in jail from old statutes that make no sense, that they're just caught up in the system. So, you know, I feel lucky.
Did you, do people watch The Tonight Show?
Yeah, of course. You got lockdown at 9 o'clock, you know, TV is on.
So, yeah.
You know.
Meek is fighting for you guys. Yeah,
for sure, definitely. They know.
Go to meekmill.com and learn more about what these guys are doing. You guys are great. Meek Mill, Michael Rubin, everybody.
Monroe Jr. Yo, shout out to Meek Millie for not forgetting about the man who doesn't have the platform in the bully pulpit, in the reach, in the influence that he has. What a beautiful brother. And we all need to aspire to be like that, where we never forget about the man that's forgotten about, right? Those who don't have a voice to speak for them. And it really just displays Meek Mill's heart. You know, brother has a beautiful heart, man. For him to have millions of followers around the world in desire to be one of the organizers of a program that frees a minimum of 1 million of our people who are locked down in this crooked criminal incarceration hell of America. I mean, America's criminal justice system is outdated. America is #1 in the world in incarceration. And here we are. We have corporation owners who have gotten with private prisons and have said, you know, hey, we need our prisons full for up to 20 years, 90% occupation percentile or rates. I mean, these people are crooked, man. They are crooked to the core. So I salute Meek Mill, and I salute the guy, the co-founder of that particular sports team, for assisting him, and may our Creator bless them in their works, if their heart and their motive is as good as it sounds. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off. Peace.